Okay, so what we got here is the steering linkage from the Gemini. There's two of them, one from port, one from starboard. And you get this little L bracket that comes out like this. And you got a fine thread nylock at this end. And this is where it connects to the steering cable. And this end connects to the tiller on the rudder. And it's got a little pivot piece here. So this bushing fits in here. And it's got a little bit of a play to it here, and it's got some convex washers or concave washers, and these are set so that they sit between the this part of the linkage and the tiller arm on the rudder, and they provide a little bit of room. So when this thing moves around, they can let this all move. These other flat washers, they just make up the space difference between the tiller arm and these extra threads. So normally this is pointing up. So when you look at this inside of the rudder compartment, you'll see this in this position, and you'll see these four washers. And so where my thumb is right here is where the actual tiller arm will be located. Now, one very important thing about these little tiller arms is you got this this threaded portion right here, and this needs to be free to move. This really needs to be free to move, because if this is not free to move, then when you lift the rudder up out of the water, this will be locked in place and it'll turn like that, and that'll probably put an adverse twist on the steering cable. I don't think you want to do that. So if it's free to move, then the steering cable will twist to the right angle that it wants to sit at, and the rudder will go up correctly without any binding on it. It may be one of the reasons some of the steering cables on the Gemini fail prematurely, and it may just be because of this this right here. So to get this thing apart, what you got to do is you got to take this out and then clamp this maybe in a vise or hold it real tight, and then get a, I think it was a flat wrench fits in here, and being careful not to get onto this edge. You can loosen this up, and then it'll eventually unwind. But it should be free like this, real easy to move. And there you have it with that. Now, one important point is that when you put this back in, if you adjust this just one extra turn, you can move the rudder in or out about one thread distance. So this lets you set a fine adjustment on the rudders. It's kind of neat. So you can align everything with this right here. Once you got it coarsely adjusted with the larger bolts, of course. So there you have it. One Gemini tiller arm linkage.